All right. So for this video, I decided I wanted to talk about my top 5 favorite comedies of all time. Um, a very tough list, and it's probably not going to be definitive because I probably will change my mind on this eventually. It's just there's just so many good movies, so there'll be honorable mentions, I guess, at the end. So I've been thinking about this, and so we're just gonna say this is, for right now, this is my 5 favorite comedies of all time. And I'm gonna start out with a movie that I did not see when it came out. Of course, a lot of these I didn't, because a lot of them either I didn't go see them at all, or they came out before I was born. So obviously can't really do that. But the first one is the very first Austin Powers movie. It's gonna be number 5, and I used to watch Mike Myers on Saturday Night Live, and of course I love the Wayne's World movies. They are not on this list, but the first one especially is definitely a favorite. I have so many favorites, so I mean it is hard to choose, but yeah, this movie is just hilarious. So if anyone, I'm sure most of you have seen it. He plays this British spy, kind of like a James Bond. It's spoofing James Bond, and it's really funny. The jokes in here, not appropriate for kids, obviously. Most of these are not, but this movie's freaking hilarious. When I first watched it, I laughed every time, and the whole series is pretty good. And he plays different characters throughout the series, and I just, yeah. I didn't really watch it until like a few years after it came out. Actually, yeah, because I think the first one that I saw was, what was that movie called? Spy Who Shagged Me. And then I saw Goldmember in the theaters. And I love all 3 of those movies, but it is a toss-up between the first and second, but I'm going to say the first one's my favorite for right now. Next one, my parents saw when they were younger, and so they showed it to us as kids. From one of the greatest comedy directors of all time, Mel Brooks, History of the World. Now it is kind of a toss-up between this and Blazing Saddles, but I'm gonna go with History of the World. It's the one I remember the most, and so basically, I mean, Mel Brooks is in it, and there's a lot of other funny people in there, like Madeline Kahn. Right? Is she in this? No. I'm thinking of Blazing Saddles, aren't I? No, she's in there, yeah. How could I forget that? Oh, geez, yeah, there goes my brain. It's early, whatever. Harvey Korman, Cloris Leachman, funny comedians from their day. But yeah, they just go through and, make fun of certain points in history. You get, when man evolved from ape, starting it out, cavemen, and of course they go to the Roman Empire, Spanish Inquisition, and yeah, it's just a great movie. Probably one of the best comedies ever made, but to me, I do think, obviously it is, because, number 5 for me. Or 4, I should say. Number 4. Next one, I saw a few years after it came out. So number 3 will be Step Brothers. John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell also, like Mike Myers from Saturday Night Live. Watching 2 adults act like children is the funniest thing ever. And of course, nowadays you see that a lot. So, and it's even funny when you see it in real life. But these 2 acting like they're freaking, 10 years old or whatever, when they're like 40. It's crazy the things they do in this movie and say in this movie. It's like, you 2 just need to grow up or something. And I guess you could call this a Christmas movie, in a way. Number 2 is from a guy that does a very popular cartoon show, Seth MacFarlane, obviously Family Guy. This is the movie Ted. I got this on DVD when it came out, so this is, 2012 when it came out? or my 2012, because I saw the previews for it and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna go to the theaters and see that. I didn't, but I did wait until it came out on DVD and I had to buy it. Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane does the voice of Ted, the teddy bear, and yeah, it's the jokes in here are funny. You have to watch the unrated version. There's both versions of that on here, but you have to watch the unrated. It is there's some stuff that's not in the theatrical cut that's in there, and it's really funny. I'm not going to repeat a lot of it. Like, I'm not going to repeat a lot of these jokes that's in these movies because not appropriate. But it's just, yeah, this has grown to be like one of my favorites, and I think it is one of the best ever made. And of course, number one has got to be the Holy Grail, Monty Python. I mean, I can't say anything else about it. It speaks for itself. Those guys are funny as hell, and it was just Monty Python's Flying Circus was a great show, and then the movies they did, but that is definitely the best out of the bunch that they've done. And so, yeah. Anyway, those are my favorites. Top 5, but again, these could change at any point because there's so many good comedies out there. You got the Scary Movie franchise, you got Stripes, you got Trading Places, you've got other Mel Brooks movies. I mentioned Blazing Saddles, but there's Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs, Dracula Dead and Loving It, Ghostbusters. I guess, yeah, that's a comedy. It's not listed on here because that is a top movie period for me, and I want to talk about something different, so did not include that. And but it is pretty good. The Great Outdoors is another good one. What else can I think of? Because there's just so many. Yeah, that's just off the top of my head. But Smokey and the Bandit, that's another good one. Again, my parents introduced us to that as kids. Airplane is another one, and yeah. Hey, we were mature kids. We could handle the stuff in here, and our parents taught us right. So no harm, no foul, I guess. But anyway, I would like to hear from all of you. What are your favorite comedies? List them down below in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the rest of my content. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.